Greetings, Cancer and Cancer Rising. This is your Western forecast for March 2025. This is a powerful month of unstable changes. Could be setting the stage for moving into some powerful new beginnings. Part of the reason I'm saying this is a full moon lunar eclipse on March the 13th and a powerful new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Aries takes bold action, one moves into new directions. That's March the 29th. But we're also having two retrogrades. Venus and Mercury will be retrograde. Venus in retrograde, March the 1st till April the 11th, is a time of doing a lot of testing and reevaluating of relationships. But then the Mercury, decision-making Mercury, will be retrograde March the 14th through April the 7th. So you're doing a lot of reevaluating, rethinking. Now, they're both in Aries. Venus retrogrades at 10 degrees of Aries on March the 1st. Mercury goes retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries on March the 14th. And the solar eclipse on March the 29th will be at 9 degrees of Aries. So if you have any planets within a degree or so of 10 degrees of Aries, or the opposite of like around 8, 9, 10, 11 degrees of Libra, that these powerful changes could be really impacting you in a very personal way. Now, in the big picture, the solar eclipse, which initiates powerful new beginnings, it's in Aries. It will be in Aries at least twice, and then not repeat for 19 years. And Aries is 10 signs past Cancer. The 10th house is career, visibility, very business-minded. Now, this solar eclipse in Aries on March the 29th, it could take a month, 2 months, to start manifesting these new beginnings trying to come into your life that is career related. So with having about every 19 years a powerful Aries solar eclipse in your 10th, it indicates a potential powerful shift or leadership opportunity in your career, and all this could start emerging. You might receive recognition or feel pushed to take bold professional steps. This is your moment to chase your ambitions without fear. And Aries is certainly that bold, fiery, take charge energies. But eclipses bring in a new path. But you're also having a lunar eclipse, a full moon lunar eclipse. That's on March the 13th. And that is a lot to do with letting go. So with these eclipses, letting go, new beginnings, the two retrogrades, a lot of reevaluating. So this is a big turning point, but it's not time yet to act, because even though this is a powerful eclipse in Aries, for everybody, some significant new beginnings, it's also happening during the retrogrades of decision-making Mercury, relational Venus in retrograde. So with that solar eclipse, and you wouldn't want to make any powerful major new decisions a week before or a week after that solar eclipse. So it's taking us into April. And then Venus is retrograde until April the 11th. So you wouldn't want to be making any powerful new decisions until you get to the middle of April. But with all these, with the Mercury and Venus in retrograde and all this change and instability with the eclipses, you may be feeling like this is more of a reset requiring caution rather than taking immediate action. So in other words, you could be there might be offers that you have to really think about. You may be coming up with some ideas, or maybe you're feeling uncomfortable about where you're at. You want to move into some new directions. And so you need to let a lot of these important ideas and changes incubate, sleep on it. You don't really have the full clarity. Now, before I start breaking that down into detail, and we still got to look at this full moon lunar eclipse. If you enjoy these kinds of videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. All right. The sun is in Pisces the first 3 weeks of every March. Wherever the sun is shining is where a lot of your attention is being drawn to. Pisces is 9 signs past Cancer. The 9th can be dealing with higher education, could be dealing with publishing or marketing. My favorite is long distance traveling. So certainly it's on your mind. Now let's go down the path of higher education, get more professional training, or starting to do teaching. Now, that's because Venus is going to retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries on March the 1st in your 10th house of career matters. So Venus, especially if you're an artist, Venus rules the arts. But Venus can also rule this popularity and social interactions. The Venus in Aries is 10 signs past Cancer. The 10th sector is career and business. So Venus is retrograding in your 10th house of careers. Maybe you're having trouble fitting in. Maybe you're having trouble with the boss. You don't like everything that's changing in the company, if you should work in a company. But where I'm going with this is that the Venus will retrograde out of Aries into Pisces, into your 9th house on March the 27th. Finally going direct on April the 11th in your 9th house. When it starts to go direct is when you're starting to have a lot more clarity about 9th house matters. Mercury is all that decision making and learning and curiosity. Got to be careful of misinformation with Mercury in retrograde. But on March the 29th, it retrogrades out of the 10th house of career matters into the 9th house. And the sun was shining in the 9th house the first 3 weeks. But by this early middle part of April, Venus and Mercury are now moving forwards, where it did a lot of reevaluating, resetting, and gaining more clarity from the 9th house. And when I look at that emphasis of the 9th house to the 10th house is career. It's your business. It's being the boss. It's being in charge. That's the 10th house. The 9th house is where this is how you is really supporting the solar eclipse on the 29th. That will be in the 10th house of career matters. So this could be how to really enhance your career with all this readjusting by getting more professional training. On the flip side of learning could be the teaching, and to really go after your career goals. The 9th house could be ideal for an online business where you're doing a lot of marketing and promotion to enhance the career business. But the ninth house can be so like getting more professional training and learning, but it could also be you already know everything for the most part, and now you want to teach it. And that could be the publishing, the marketing, or doing an online business, or if you're doing a podcast or publishing a book to get it out to the world in April. But it's all part of enhancing what you're doing, all this reevaluating of the Venus, Mercury in retrograde in your 10th house of careers for most of March. And then on March the 29th is the solar eclipse in Aries in your 10th house of careers, like once every 19 years. And that eclipses, you want to give it at least 30 days or maybe up to 60 days for it to start revealing what it's trying, these new beginnings trying to bring into your life. So there's a lot of this, a lot of shifting energies with career that is being enhanced and supported with the ninth house, whether that's getting more professional training, getting a higher degree so you could advance in your career in business, or the ninth house could be the publishing and the marketing to be able to promote your career. Now, because of the internet and Zoom, we don't have the business travel like we used to, but there's still a lot of businesses, the people need to travel for business. And the ninth house could be all that, yes, marketing and promotion, but the ninth house of traveling. And that the traveling in the middle of April could be really helping you achieve your career goals, which is what the eclipse is wanting to do, which is all this reevaluating wanting to do. Which brings me to the full moon lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipses is just the full moon on steroids. Anything that has been hidden is being revealed. It will test relationships. And the effects can last for a couple of weeks. This full moon lunar eclipse is on March the 13th, and it's in your third house because it's in Virgo, and Virgo is 3 signs past Cancer. The third house is the opposite of the ninth house. So it's 2 sides of the same coin. But the lunar eclipse is suggesting there needs to be a lot of letting go, reorganizing. The third house could be could be real focused on learning. Third house of classes, of learning new job skills. And yes, you could get all that professional training to really help the career. The lunar eclipse could also be all these changes with learning. But the third house also can deal, and it's also deals with traveling. The ninth house could be long distance traveling. And the third house, which is the opposite, could be more domestic, short distance traveling. But I think for a lot of you, the third house represents sales. And this is all career oriented. So you could be doing a lot of marketing, ninth house, to get more sales. You could be traveling as a traveling salesperson. And you could be launching your own online business or really enhancing your online business, your website. Maybe you're getting more training, or maybe you're just having more of an advertising campaign to get more sales. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next month, be safe and well.